Hello, my name is J.R. Henches, big boy historian and entrepreneur. Welcome to tonight's episode of The Big Boy Saga. Follow me on my journey traveling the world in search of the biggest boys. Tonight we'll be discussing the popular Pacific Northwest legend, Bigfoot. Sasquatch, more commonly referred to as Bigfoot, is a popular legend that dates back to the early 19th century. Bigfoot stories have stemmed from Native American folklore and logging and mining stories of white settlers of the Pacific Northwest. Bigfoot is a hairy, upright, walking, ape-like being who lives in the Pacific Northwest forests. He typically stands between 6 and 9 feet tall and has a foot size of 24 inches long and 8 inches wide.
Damn, boy, them some big feet.
The Lumi, Lakapamu, and the Halkomelem all have their own folklore regarding to the large hairy wild man that roams the woods and mountains of Washington and British Columbia. The stories from the vastly different tribes are surprisingly similar.
So on my way up here from Oregon, there's this man in bandages called Bandage Man chasing me around in my horse-drawn carriage.
Oh, that's just some legend. I heard myself today a story about a real monster from the natives. He's this big ape-like creature.
Well, that's just a bunch of kaput. There ain't no Bigfoot in this country. That's just a child's tale they tell to scare these kids and put
The large influx of settlers to remote regions of the state and increased superstition of the native stories saw numerous reports of Bigfoot sightings and attacks from the white settlers.
Hi, J.R. Henches here. We've learned throughout years of research that Bigfoot has evolved alongside humans through a process of, natural selection. This has made them very adept at living alongside humans while staying very well hidden.
This sure is one big here log we got here today, don't y'all think?
Yeah,
I know
sure
English. This here log?
Ah,
This here log's all we need for our day's pay, don't y'all know?
I know English.
This log very nice, yeah.
We're playing Spot the Bigfoot. Where could he be?
I can't see him anywhere. He's gone.
To get a better understanding of Bigfoot, we contacted Bigfoot expert from the BFRO, Mr. John Ray, and this is what he had to say.
For our documentary, we were hoping to get an expert opinion.
Well, let me help you right there. There's no such thing as an expert on Bigfoot because technically they don't exist. So, that being said, there's a lot of people that think they know a lot about them. I think I'm one. So, that's where we start from, just to clarify.
Okay.
If anybody says they're a Bigfoot expert, they're lying. They're not. As far as how people are invested in it, it depends. We have some people that are really gung-ho, some people that, do it in their spare time, like myself. It's kind of a hobby. Heard things and found tracks and everything like that. So I know there's something out there. Have I seen one definitively up close? No, I haven't. But my friends have, and I trust them. And it's just the amount of evidence in itself that makes you go, well, either the whole Native American population is having hallucinogenic thoughts, because every Native American culture has a legend of Sasquatch in it. So are these Native Americans all wrong? Are the people that have seen these all over the country, are they all mass hallucinating? I don't think so. Well, you need three things in order to figure out where they're at. One, you need a person, and two, you need a Sasquatch, and they need to be there at the same time. And three, you need the person to be willing to report it.
Bigfoot.
You don't know in the middle of a forest, there could be a bunch of Sasquatch sitting around. Who knows? And nobody's there to see them, and nobody's there to report them. So there are certain hot spots that we would think of or that we understand around the state of Washington or around the country but it's because people are there and they're willing to report something if they see something. So you can infer one way or the other. It's really not scientific at all once you think about it. Well, there's signs that are associated with Bigfoot. So you might have heard about, X's or tree crossings or young trees being bent down and, staked to the ground or something like that. Those things are kind of associated with Sasquatch. We don't know exactly what they are. We think they're territorial markers. And again, nobody's an expert. No one has sidled up to a Sasquatch and asked them. There are things. If you go in an area and you see a bunch of trees broken off about 8 feet tall, and there's no way a human can do it, but the things are snapped clean off, we tend to think those might be signs of them. People have found big nests and everything and things like that. So there are things we think that are Sasquatch related. Can we prove it? No, not really, because we really haven't seen any Sasquatch making them, but we do have suspicions. They understand what guns are. They understand when people have ill will towards them. I think they can sense what people are thinking, but for the most part, they do avoid humans as a general rule. Now, there's other exceptions to rules, as all rules do have exceptions. But for the most part, yes, they are shy and they tend to avoid humans. They want to deal with humans on their own terms and not on the humans' terms. Well, the evolution thing, I don't believe in evolution, to be honest with you. There's my religious thing coming out. I believe that God created everything and we have a Sasquatch.
Oh, and Bigfoot also likes kids.
Hey, are your parents home? Alright, come on. Let's go.